Good morning. Where's Killian? Can everyone hear me okay? All right, good morning everyone. Happy Friday. We have a lot to get to today. Some announcements, stars, and but first, I'm going to pass the mic over to Lisa because she has a special announcement for dining.
Come up here, this is important. This is stage worthy. So I'm here to answer the most asked question for dining services, and that is regarding our executive chef position. I'm going to introduce somebody who needs no introduction but deserves an introduction. Our new executive chef, and you're going to come up here for this, is Keith Bernowski. Good with this decision, right? So Keith has been here a long time. Keith is someone who's earned all of your respect, his team's respect. He works very hard. He is extremely talented in the culinary world as well as many other things. So we are very happy to have Keith as our executive chef at Fox Run going forward and forever. Have any words?
I just want to thank everybody for the opportunity to enrich your lives, for cooking and doing all the events and everything we do, so I really appreciate it. So.
And back to them.
I'm very excited for this move because Keith really creates some special meals. He does all the board dinners and of course the special events, and you can just see when you walk through the kitchen the pride he takes in everything. I'll walk in and I mean it can be crazy in there. I say, Keith, how you doing? Good, good. Like things are falling, whatever it is. He's just cool under pressure and of course very, very talented. So thank you, Keith. All right, back to the kitchen. All right, I'd like to give out a star today, and I'd like to have Gabrielle Makita come up. Does everyone know who Gabrielle is? Okay, Allie does. So Gabrielle works in our therapy department, and the reason for our star is a special presentation that was done on scooters. And it was done this past Wednesday, and it was very well received. And you know, when somebody is asked to do a presentation or a training class, you can see the effort that goes into it, and really going the extra mile. And I wasn't there, I apologize, but I hear it was excellent, very, very well received, and a lot of hard work went into it. So I appreciate the hard work, and thank you so much.
Yay.
Okay, she's suddenly shy. Does a whole presentation, but doesn't want to talk now. So thank you so much, Gabrielle. Okay, I'm going to just give you a quick update. I know we have somebody from Lehigh talking today, but I just want to remind you what's happening. A lot of big things are happening this weekend. So starting with tonight at 8 p.m., they're going to start ripping up the flooring in the common area, especially by the entrance. So the entrance will be closed tonight overnight, starting at 8 p.m. And we're telling staff if they want to come in the building, they have to come in through the health center entrance or one of the multiple side doors that we have swipe access to, and they'll go for you as well. But by morning, it will be open for use. So this door, right outside of this room, closed tonight at 8 p.m. It will open up in the morning. It shouldn't affect anyone unless they're coming in late, but again, there's other doors to come in. And then so this is for demolition, and we may need additional time for demolition on Saturday night, so this may happen again. Just note that they're going to start replacing the flooring on Monday morning. So Monday, during the day, that door will be closed, but these two doors, right outside by the exit sign here, will be open. This will be our alternate entrance. We're going to have our concierge, Cindy, manning the area out here just to direct people so they know where to go. And then hopefully it'll be quick work, and Harold tells me it'll be done in about 15-20 minutes. And 10 minutes, okay, great. And we'll be all set. So just a reminder, but we can talk, and you can ask Harold questions as well when he comes up. Okay, let's see. So, it was going to be a part of the STAR discussion, but really this is more of, I'd like to give some recognition to we had an event here on the other night right outside the bistro. We had an unfortunate event where a community member unfortunately had to have CPR performed. And, excuse me, it's hard to talk about it because it's such a personal and emotional thing for that person. So, Lori, look up. See, I look at Lori and it gets me choked up. So, I'd like to just recognize Lori Gercio, Jeremy, Don from maintenance, Debbie, and Donna, our receptionist. So all 5 of those people had a role in what happened and being able to try to save a life and keep people at bay and try to make people comfortable. So it was a heroic effort, and I believe thanks to Lori and Don doing compressions, they were able to give this person a little extra time so their family could see them. So, excuse my my emotion here. So, can I just have a round of applause to those folks? So we have a lot of emergencies here. We have snowstorms. We have a lot of events that are stressful. And this one in particular is probably more so than most because of the human nature of it. So, and now this is kind of my way of reminding people that in an event like this, please, 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 think about the person, the staff, and what the families go through. I was a little disappointed to hear that some folks were angry that the EMTs were in the way, couldn't get down the hall, couldn't get to mailboxes. Let's hurry this up. Dignity is important, and I was told that the EMTs had to scold some folks to please get out of the way. I know it's a spectacle. If I was there and I wasn't, I would want to see who it is, because it's probably one of my friends or one of my neighbors, and we can appreciate that, and that's human nature. Don't stop. It's the follow-up and the crowding around it that really made it difficult for the EMTs and for Lori and Don, of course, to do compressions. Again, we get it. They're your friends and neighbors. You want to see what's going on, but just remember there's the dignity of the person, and just knowing that it's a very emotional and high energy situation. So I'm not saying anyone in this room was part of that. I'm saying it here so that you can remind your neighbors. These things don't happen very often, but I'm pretty sure it'll happen again at some point. It's just the nature of life and what we do, so just keep that in mind, and I appreciate your listening to my ranting here. So, but again, thank you to Lori and Don for their heroic efforts. Thank you to Debbie for just being there, consoling the person, and Donna for trying to take care of traffic flow, and Jeremy was there as well, helping as much as he could. So when you see those people, just thank them for their efforts. Okay, so, boy, it's hard to stand up here and talk about something emotional. All right, well, that's all I have for announcements, unless did I miss anything else? Okay, and so now it is my pleasure to pass the mic off to somebody else. So, Harold Niddle, can you come up, Harold? Sure. So Harold, I don't know if you're project manager, superintendent, what's your title?
I'm a project manager.
Project manager. So just to give a little intro.
Actually, problem solver.
Problem solver. Okay. So when we expanded our health center, Harold was the project manager there as well, and Harold retired from Lehigh. And there's so much involved with it's one thing to build a wing out in the parking lot, which you're not walking through or living through every day. We needed some experience. So Lehigh asked Harold to come out of retirement, and he did. And when I announced that before the start of the project, some of you remember him and you cheered for him, and it went a long way because he hasn't quit yet, so he's still here. But I can tell you, what you've seen accomplished so far was not on schedule. the schedule literally changes every week. If there's a hiccup somewhere, he moves somewhere else just to keep moving, because we want to get this done for you as quickly as possible, so you're not living in construction for longer than expected. So without further ado, this is Harold.
Thank you. It's always a pleasure being at Fox Run for me, from the time I first did the first project here. But when you do talk about a construction project, and I think we all realize, but everything in life, you need a team effort. And there's no better team to work with for me than everybody at Fox Run. They never give me a hard time. We always focus, we move through problems, and construction is a problem. It's always an interesting getting a project out of the ground and then getting through the project. But the team here at Fox Run is awesome to work with, and we have pretty much regular meetings on Friday at 1 o'clock, and it's, I know Bill said it's the best meeting he's in regarding the project. So we're very good at sitting down and working through problem solving. But I just wanted to come and give everybody kind of an update of where we're at. We are constantly moving forward and making progress. Maybe it doesn't look like it every day, but the project has gone very, very well. You know, we finished up the second floor, the art gallery's completed, the event center's completed. Just to give you a background on these lights, now personally I love these lights. I mean, these lights though, when you look at it, we were given information they were going to be 4 feet. They show up on site, they're 6 feet. We anticipated we were going to get them, assemble them, and put them up. Well, now the problem got to be was they're 6 feet. We had to recut open the drywall, add more receptacles and power. We had to add more structure. So it was a challenge that we lost about a week and a half. But you know, that's what happens, and I think overall it looks better than the 4-foot lights anyway. So, but these are the things that come up, and we're moving along very, very well. The fitness center, if you walked into the fitness center right now, you'd say there's no way we're going to finish next week, because not that it looks like a bomb went off over there, but one of the challenges of construction is where are we going to put our tools, where are we going to stage our materials. So it's very challenging working within an existing space. How are we and where are we going to stage our materials? But again, the team from Fox Run has been awesome, letting us scoot into areas a little maybe ahead of time. So it's worked out really well. But the fitness center, the interior portion will be open or turned over to Fox Run the end of next week. We're planning the general services area that will be turned over to Fox Run next week, and we're getting ready to move on into the bistro. We're going to start that shortly after Labor Day. There's a boardroom expansion up on the second floor that we're going to be starting, and they've also, again, working as a team, we're able to move quicker into like where the pub is and the golf simulator and the theater. So we're going to be ahead of schedule there. So overall, you know, the project completion date was, you know, to be November 2027, but we'll finish 3, 4, 5, 6 months ahead of time. Just again, it's the collaboration and the work with Fox Run. So it's always great for me to come back here and do a project here. And I'm going to tell you, I was retired for 3 years. I was happy. I was satisfied. I enjoyed my time with my grandchildren. And if it wasn't Fox Run, I never would have considered it. But I've done work here before. I've worked with Lehigh, and as I was told, it just would be a good fit. And so it really is. So it's been a lot of fun. It's been aggravating. I got a little excited yesterday with Matt and Lisa on the phone yesterday, but I was playing my guitar and they're calling me and bothering me. So and I am considered part-time, but no, it's exciting. And you know, Bill mentioned about the lobby. There's going to be a lot going on over there. next week and for the following weeks, as we finish up, there's some painting, there's a new light fixture. So it's gonna be very congested, but again, a lot of communication. It really, really helps, and it really helps when you work with a client that's willing to work with you as a contractor, because believe it or not, we're not all bad guys. We're not out to rip everybody off. We're not out there to cut corners or anything, but, so from a construction standpoint, we really take it seriously, what we do, how we do it, the way we do it, and stand behind doing the right thing. So it's we're getting going, and we got a little ways to go, and I'm not sure if everybody's had a chance to go through that library yet, but that's one of the reasons I came back, was to do that library, and the pub is second to none. I tell Bill, my wife and I want the second and third seats at the bar. So it's a glorious project. It's first class, top shelf, and that's the other thing I like working with Fox Run. I don't want to say they don't mind spending money, but they spend it very wisely. So, and they're always open to new ideas and my thoughts, and I do have a few years' experience. So, but I think that's it. I think we're doing well here. Everything looks good. Everybody's been satisfied, and the most important thing to me is to make sure Fox Run is satisfied, and that everybody else is satisfied, that everybody walks through and is very proud of where you live, because it's a beautiful facility, it's a beautiful campus, and I can't say enough of how well Matt takes care of the facility. He really impresses me. I've worked in a lot of places, and he's on the ball. He's on the ball. He knows every nook and cranny here. He's a wealth of knowledge for all of us. So I pretty much went through most of my notes. I do not show up to a meeting without having notes. And one of the things I always do, I always write in my upper right-hand corner, I write the words WIN, what's important now. And I always try to make sure that when I hold a meeting, that when I walk away, everybody, my contractors, my clients know what's important now and where we're headed. So we're headed in the right direction, and we're not behind schedule, we're ahead of schedule, and we're on budget. So Bill loves that.
I do.
Yes.
Can I have the first bar stool?
I think you should be in the middle.
Well, you said the second and third, I'll take the first.
Okay. Yes.
Harold, is there any update to when building 1 will be completed?
I rarely say this, but that's not my problem. I really focus here, and I will tell you, I try not to stick my nose into other parts of the project, because I'm not as involved. I was told to stick my nose here, and that's where I keep it.
Where is your nose? Just in the camera?
Just here. Just here. And I'm going to tell you, I think this is, to me, is it's the cream of the crop work in this part of the project. No offense to the other parts of the project or my co-workers or Lehigh, but it's kind of, it's just basic types of construction where this is a lot of unique finishes. I enjoy looking at the carpet. I think the designer did an unbelievable job. I enjoy walking through the dining room and looking at the different types of fabrics and the chairs and the millwork screens that are in there. I think it all came together really good, and it's very classy. It really is. Yes.
Do you have a favorite part so far?
I think my favorite part's going to be when we do the pub. The pub has a very unique fireplace in it, and it's not that big. It's a walk around fireplace. It's all glass and everything, but that fireplace has glass on it. You can touch it. You won't get burnt and everything. And maybe I shouldn't say this, but I will, but that fireplace is an $88,000 fireplace. It's custom made, it takes like 6 months to get. It's a total custom, unique piece. It's only, the company that makes it, they make one and that's it, everyone is different. So you have a lot of things here that are just very, very unique to the finishes. There's not a lot of wall coverings, but there are some, and you know, when I get samples and I review with the designer to make sure it's right, I only get a sample that's this big, so it's really challenging to see how it's gonna look completed and finished on a wall. But I walk through these wall coverings and they're gorgeous. You know, they look really well. I like the colors. You know, it just adds another unique level of finishing. You know, we've got these little acoustic panels here. You know, these light fixtures. It's just first class.
It is very nice.
Yeah, you know, and I'll say this, you know, a lot of my career I worked at Simonelli and I had a lot of very interesting projects in my career, and a lot of what I did was same level of finishes. When I came to Lehigh, one of the first projects I did was for a marketing firm downtown, and when I walked through that project with our owner Dave Canals, he said, Harold, we never did a project with this level of finishes. And personally I was shocked when he told me that, but coming here, this will be the best project as far as finishes that Lehigh's ever done. It's far superior to that project. So to me it's the way to go out. I can't go out any higher. So that's the way I look at it. And I am retiring when we're done here. Yes?
Harold, are they changing all the lighting in the commons area, new?
Not all of it. We're actually just really, where the main atrium is, where the main lobby is, we're doing some work there. I don't know if anybody's walked through and really went into the lobby and looked at the main light fixture that's in there. If you haven't, you really gotta go in and look at that light fixture. It's so unique, and again, it's a custom piece. So when you see it, you're not gonna maybe ever see the same piece again. So there's just a lot of unique things here that this is it, you know. I will tell you this too, and maybe Bill will shoot me later, but all the light fixtures for this project was $521,000. Just the light fixtures. They're very unique. They're very unique. And again, when I was, you know, pricing out the job and bidding the job out, it's very difficult to really appreciate it because you're looking at a colored picture that's maybe 8 by 12 until you really, really see it.
My favorite is the one in the library.
Oh, yes.
That's beautiful.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's beautiful.
You know, so it's very unique. Everything that we're doing is, you know, it's once and done. It's all custom. So it's very nice. And Bill personally went and picked out the flooring when you see it in the lobby. He personally went and picked that out. I had a lot of, from here, our flooring company that's doing all the rest of the flooring, he was arguing with me on the phone. He didn't want to put it, not that he's installing it, but he didn't want us to use it. So he was arguing with me. I said, the CEO picked it out. That's what we're gonna do. I'm sorry you're not doing it, but that's what we're gonna do. But yeah, but it's really sharp. I like the color of it. I like the finish of it. It's kind of a little rustic. It's very good taste, Bill. Very good taste.
It wasn't, thanks for the credit.
But it looks really
I
good.
just drove the car to get there.
Okay, well, no, I'm gonna tell you something. When I reached out to P. Carroll, and I've known Mike Carroll 35 years, so when I talked to his girl in the office, and I'm talking to her on the phone, I told her who I was, what I was looking for, and she said, yes, I remember him, yes, very distinguished looking man, yes.
Matt was there too.
She said nothing about Matt, just you. And she said distinguished. And yeah. But no, it's a great project. It's, you know, I don't want to say we're on the end here yet, but we've rounded some corners, so it's come a long way, and we've got a little ways to go, but I don't know, maybe we're 65% complete, so it's gone very well, yes.
So what I've observed from you and from Tom and some of the other superintendents or supervisors here is their demeanor and the personality when they're mixing with community members, mixing with staff, they're walking around here. It always seems very pleasant, and I haven't seen a situation where anyone's been grumpy or somebody that has to be told to settle down. Can you just kind of highlight your experience with interacting with community members yourself, and just, or is there a message you've given to your team?
No, I think, you know, the personality of the team we've assembled here, it's pretty much who we are, what we are, and you know, after a while, our superintendents, our field superintendents, they are our liaison with all of our customers, clients, because they're there 24/7, and so I think it's just inherent who they are, what they are, and the way we just deal with people. You know, there's times where things, you know, you have your little conversation, a heavy discussion, whatever. It just happens. It's, you know, it's part of nature. It's part of, you know, just being a person. But overall, you know, we all work well together. We all respect everybody here. You're all our clients. You're all our customers. And you know, I made it known when I came back, we have to all remember, we're working in your house. And I have a huge residential background, so I know what it's like to work at somebody's house. So it's different. It's just different. But we all respect everybody here, and you know, we want to accommodate and do it whatever we can. I know there's some apartments we've had to get into to you know, infill some windows and things, but you know, so it's just how it is, and we have very good superintendents that understand that and work well with our customers and our clients, and it's you know, it starts at the top down. You know, Dave Knaus he's the guy, and you know, he's always very accommodating, and he always says do the right thing, and you know, I was brought up with the same mantra with my dad. You know, my dad had a small construction company, and you know, my father used to always say, "Let your conscience be your guide." So it's just what it is, and you have to understand, we're working in people's houses, we're working close relationship. It's not like we're here for a day, we're here for like 2 years. So I think everybody, you know, we've assembled a good team, and it's been interesting because it's the first project Lehigh's ever done where we've had multiple superintendents, and Tom Terhart, he's our chief superintendent, and so you're working with different personalities in a situation that they've never worked before. So it's unique. It's unique, but it's worked. So
I just one more thing, kind of a fun thing. I don't know that I've ever seen a contractor wear a Hawaiian shirt to the job.
oh, I should mention, for me, and Bill knows, Fridays are my Hawaiian shirt day for 40 years. Every Friday I wear Hawaiian shirt day. When I worked at Simonelli, Paul Simonelli called it Don Ho Day. So I've done it for many years. It's part of so many people have gotten to know it. There's been a few times where, I'll tell you a little story about Hawaiian Shirt Day. We were, you know, I was with Lehigh, and again, Fridays are Hawaiian Shirt Day. We had a meeting set up on a Friday with the doctor. Dave Knaus mentioned to me a couple weeks before how he just happened to run into this doctor down in New York City in an airport, blah, 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 and he goes, "Harold, he was dressed to the nines." I said, "All right, okay," and I know we got this meeting coming up with this doctor, so I kind of got the wave that was a day no Hawaiian shirt. So 2 days before the meeting, our HR person, Josie, comes to me, and I could tell she was beating around the bush, so I said to her, "I'm not going to wear my Hawaiian shirt on Friday." So I dressed very nice, sports coat, tie. we go to the doctor's office. It's middle of February, it's a typical Buffalo February day, snowing, schools are shut. Dave and I walk in, and again, I'm dressed very nice. The doctor comes out, sloppy boots, his pants are out of the boot, he's got holes in his sweater and everything, and I thought I couldn't wear my Hawaiian shirt for this. It was like so amazing. I couldn't believe how he came walking out. But yeah, I told Dave afterwards, I said, my Hawaiian shirt would have been a step up from what he was wearing. But thanks again, I appreciate you listening. If there's any other questions, I'm happy to answer them, or, I'll be around quite a bit today. You can always come up to me and meet and greet with me. But thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Do you have any resident announcements? I hadn't done that. Yes.
The
Wait,
Buffalo Bills. Hi, everyone. The Buffalo Bills pool that we've been running for the Employees Appreciation Fund is sold out. There are no more tickets available. And you don't have to worry about knowing how it works. I will call you when you win, okay?
Sure you will.
Yes, I will. And the bingo that we were gonna do next week, we're gonna postpone to a later date because the floors tore up and they're gonna be doing all of that stuff.
10 minutes, he said.
10 minutes, but we decided it would be better if we just moved it out to when this area is not gonna be so disturbed. So we're gonna pick a date that works for you and for us. Thank you. Oh, Nancy.
It's September 25th.
It is firm now.
I've got talked with Allison and it's all booked up.
Okay, so the Fox Run Employee Appreciation Fund bingo is September 25th at 2 o'clock?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
And you need donations?
Yes, if you have any prizes you would like to donate for that bingo, that would be great.
The Fox Run book discussion did not get into the bulletin this month, and it is not today, it is next Friday.
Okay.
Also, maybe I don't know if anyone's gonna say it, we did get a memo about the library that it is not open for business. So we would hope you keep your returns and your donations until after we have signified that it is open for business.
Yes, Alona?
Just my every once in a while announcement with the tabs on the cans that are in the trash room. I want to thank all of the maintenance people who have participated taking the tabs off of those that are put in without the tabs off. And we also have residents that help as well. And it's wonderful for all of you cooperating, and for new people, tabs of any cans are taken and put in the trash room. If you want to put them in a bag and put them in my little slot of 120, that's okay too. And I want to again thank Alan Davis, because he takes them over when I get a whole bunch of. And it all goes, the money for the Shriners kids who need surgery, they are sent away, everything is paid for. And I want to thank everybody who participates. God bless all of you.
Thank you, Alona. Any other announcements? Okay, have a great weekend, and it's preseason, but go Bills.